Before the vaccine, polio outbreaks sparked widespread terror in America, especially among families with kids. Tens of thousands died, and those who survived were often left paralyzed, disfigured, or confined to an iron lung. As the disease was eradicated by childhood immunizations, so was the need for this dinosaur. In fact, the very last American living in an iron lung was right here in Oklahoma.
I got it on my 5th birthday.
In 1953.
I woke up and it was sunny and I started to sit up and my neck was killing me, my throat. And I couldn't lift my head off the pillow.
2 years before the vaccine.
I turned blue. So I wasn't breathing much and I was blue.
35,000 Americans got polio that year.
After 4 days, I went unconscious.
Half were paralyzed.
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move my arms or legs.
And the iron lung saved her life.
They usually didn't like to put children in because they fought it, but I didn't. I liked it. I mean, it felt good to breathe.
Martha Ann Lillard spent 6 months in the hospital learning to breathe on her own, living in an iron lung 23 hours a day.
When I got in it at night, I was tired. Always, and getting in there felt wonderful.
She came home to Shawnee with the iron lung. Eventually, she taught herself to walk again. Her right arm remained paralyzed, but she could partially use her left. Her grandfather retrofitted the tank, adding a secondary motor to open the hatch from the inside.
So Martha's been able to get in and out since she was a teenager. Since you were 16, right? 15.
Martha's childhood was wrecked by polio. She never went to the prom, never graduated high school.
I tried the turtle shell, I tried the Thompson, I tried the Emerson wrap. That's the most ridiculous thing. You wrap yourself in plastic.
Over the decades, some polio survivors transitioned to more modern respirators. But for Martha, nothing worked like the bellows of the iron lung.
They had a lot of different kinds, but none of them could get up to this 21 pounds, which is what I needed to breathe.
She was able to live outside the iron lung. In her healthiest years, Martha climbed in only to sleep 9 hours a night, a respite for her one working lung.
I bought this one from a guy in Ogden, Utah. The other one just broke down from no care.
So this is your second one?
Uh-huh.
She lived independently until recently, often using a portable ventilator outside of the iron lung.
She didn't really require a caretaker until COVID. She fixed her own meals and took care of everything herself.
Martha developed post-polio syndrome, a devastating long-term effect of the polio virus.
You could just notice little things disappearing, small things that other people might not even notice. You know, I would notice them.
The iron lung was her saving grace until COVID-19, long-haul COVID, and shingles. But do you feel proud?
Of what?
That you have survived?
Well, I wouldn't have wanted to die of the polio when I had it. But I would a lot rather not have been born. I wouldn't want to take anything away from what I believe is a master design. And on the other hand, I'd rather not do it.
At 78 years old, Martha can no longer breathe on her own when she's lying on her back, but she can't sit up by herself. The past 6 months, she's been in the pressure chamber 24 hours a day. And like her own body, the iron lung has started to break down.
Some of the parts are from the chevs of the 40s, and that is, they're hard to locate. We have a spare motor but we don't have anyone that could put it back in if we needed it.
Power flash just ahead of me at the Shawnee Mall. Power flash.
Last year, a tornado knocked out the power here. Her generator failed, and Martha's husband did mouth-to-mouth resuscitation until help arrived. It has been a hard life.
And not for the reasons that you would think. Mostly from bureaucracy, from people's lack of or unwillingness to understand.
Do you think you will spend much more time out of this iron lung?
I don't really think so now.
Martha faced death head-on 73 years. She fought with courage, breath by breath. On the last day in June, she took her last breath. Martha was removed from the vacuum. And for the first time in 73 years, she slept outside the iron lung.
Unto Almighty God, we commend the soul of our sister departed.
Eternal rest.
And we commit her body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Her life was a testament to the cruelty of disease and the power of medicine. Were you ever surprised that Martha lived so long?
Yes, I was. And you know, but she was determined.
A crushing loss for her husband, her sister, and so many others who have admired a longevity that defied all odds.
But you're now free. You are free now, Martha.
Martha Ann Lillard, the keeper of a memory the world would like to forget. Now free of the prison of the last iron lung. We went to her home just 3 weeks ago, and when we did, Martha gave me this handwritten note, a short list of things that would make her life better. The last notation, someone to visit. So while we are terribly sad to bring you the news of her death, I do feel incredibly grateful we got to meet her and to visit just 8 days before her death, and I am honored to share the story of her remarkable life, the last American.
That's incredible.
to live in an
I
iron
wanted
lung.
to push on this, the husband. Tell the story of that, because that's pretty incredible too. When did they meet? When did they get married?
They met in 2005 on a Yahoo chat room. She did spend a lot of time online. He's from Egypt. He moved here last year. They got married in February.
In February.
And
Man,
he is
it
crushed
crushed
by
him.
her
I'm
death.
sure it crushed him.
Thinking
but-
about that family again tonight.